In this session, we're going to connect EFS file system to EC2 instances and check that the file system is shared over the network. Let's connect to the EC2 instance first. Open PuTTY, select the saved session VPC01 public EC2 A1, click Load, and then click Open. Once we are connected to the instance, switch to the root user and clear the screen. Now let's run the command df-h. This command shows disk space usage for each file system. And as you can see, there's currently no network file system connected. Now let's mount the EFS to this instance. There are two ways to mount an EFS. You can use the NFS client or the EFS mount helper. In this session, we will use the EFS mount helper, which is provided by AWS. Let's install the EFS mount helper first. Type dnf install Amazon EFS utils-y and press Enter. Once the helper is installed, we need to create a mount point for the EFS. Technically, the mount point can be created anywhere, but for convenience, we will create it inside the directory that has our index file. First, let's change the directory. Type cd/var/www/html and press Enter. Then, type mkdirefs, press Enter. Type ls and press Enter. Then we can see that the new directory has been created, which will be used for the mount target. Now it's time to mount the EFS. To get the mount command, let's go back to the EFS screen. From the console, let's move to the EFS menu. From the EFS menu, click on the file system we created, and on the top right, click Attach. Select Mount via DNS tab, copy the command under using the EFS mount helper. Go back to PuTTY and paste the command, then press Enter. Now the file system should be successfully mounted. Let's run df-h again. You should now see that the EFS is mounted to the directory we created. Now let's upload some files to the file system. Type cd EFS and press Enter. Then we are now in the file system. We will download the files from the S3 bucket we used earlier for static website hosting. Go back to the management console, and from the search bar type S3. Then right-click, open in a new tab. Click the bucket we created for the static website hosting, and you will find two files we used before. Click car.jpg and copy the object URL. Go back to PuTTY, type wget and paste the URL, then press Enter. That will download the file. And let's repeat the same command for mycar.html. Type ls and press Enter, and you should see two files are now in the EFS. This means we've successfully uploaded files to the EFS. Just to note, the reason we can use the get command is that the S3 bucket allows public access and get object actions, which we configured during the static website session. Now let's test the web page in a browser. Go back to the management console. Type EC2 and open in a new tab. From the Instances menu, select VPC01 public EC2 A1 and copy the public IP address. Open a new browser tab, paste the public IP and add /EFS/mycar.html. Then press Enter, and you will see that the web page loads successfully. Now let's do the same for VPC01 public EC2 C1. Launch PuTTY again. Load the session for VPC01 public EC2 C1 and click Open. Switch to the root user and clear the screen. Let's check for connected network file systems. Type df-h and press Enter. There's nothing yet, as expected. Let's install the EFS mount helper first. Type dnf install Amazon EFS utils-y and press Enter. Let's change the directory. Then, type mkdirefs, press Enter. Type ls and press Enter, and you will see the directory is created. Now we will mount the EFS using the same command as before. Go back to the EFS screen, copy the EFS mount helper command under Mount via DNS and return to PuTTY. Paste the command and press Enter. Now the EFS should be successfully mounted. Run df-h again, and you should see that EFS is mounted. Type cdefs, press Enter, and change to EFS directory, and type ls and press Enter. Then you will see the same files we downloaded earlier from the other instance. This means now both instances are connected to the same network file system. Let's test this on the web browser. Go back to the Instances screen. Select VPC01 public EC2 C1 and copy the public IP. Open a new browser tab, paste the IP and add /efs/mycar.html and press Enter. The same page loads successfully, which means both instances are connected to the same network file system. Now let's modify one of the files from VPC01 public EC2 A1 to check that changes are visible from both instances. Back in the PuTTY session for VPC01 public EC2 A1. From the EFS directory, let's modify mycar.html. Open mycar.html using the VI editor. Press I key to enter insert mode and change the text to say My Dream Car hosted from EFS. Press the Escape key on your keyboard to exit insert mode. Then press Shift and colon key and type WQ and press Enter. Now go back to the web page from VPC01 public EC2 A1 and refresh the page. You will see that the text in the web page has been changed. Switch to the web page from VPC01 public EC2 C1 and refresh that page as well. And you will see the text also has been changed. This means both instances are actively connected to the same network file system, and any changes made on one side are immediately visible on the other. And that concludes the chapter. So far, we have configured a network file system using Amazon EFS and connected it to multiple EC2 instances. In real-world cloud environments, network file systems like EFS are commonly used when multiple servers need to access the same set of files, such as in web applications, content management systems, and data processing pipelines. EFS helps simplify file sharing, improve scalability, and reduce complexity in multi-instance setups. That's why understanding how to configure and use EFS is an important skill when designing flexible and scalable infrastructure on AWS. In the next chapter, we will configure the application load balancer to build a more scalable and flexible network environment.